What struck you? What is the special thing about cumbia?
It woke a lot of the songs up that I'd been writing, and I didn't know how to present the middle section, the bridge, the middle eight, or the choruses, and we thought we'd try some of the cumbia rhythms in there, and it immediately made it buoyant and extremely joyous, and just fun to play. And
so it gave you a pattern you were perhaps not even looking for, but it just presented itself.
Yeah, it was delivered by the fates.
Like the band presented itself in a way as well.
Yeah.
So it was not your choice. You didn't want to expand what you had done with Giant Sand, but
no.
Giant Sand expanded itself or something like that.
Yeah, I would have thought that Giant Sand would have been maybe had run its course, because it's been so many years out there, and I thought, oh, maybe that's not going to happen now, and instead it got twice as big. It's that reverse psychology.
So now you're with 12 people, right?
Yeah.
6 from Aarhus, 6 from Tucson.
6 from Denmark and 6 from
Denmark.
Arizona.
You have a special connection with Denmark, haven't you?
Yeah.
What is it? How did it come about?
At the end of the 90s, I lost my comfort zone in Tucson. I became a single father for a while because my ex-wife had some personal problems to deal with, and worse than that was my best friend, Reiner, had contacted brain cancer, and he would end up dying. And at the same time, the young guys in my band then began to splinter off and form Calexico, and everything was coming to a head at the end of the 90s like that. And I think unintentionally, I didn't feel so didn't feel much like home, Tucson. And I found myself, my wife is from Denmark, and I found myself in Denmark in 2002, by 2002 having a baby, our third child, and staying there half the year, and then attracting amazing players there. I was surprised how many good players there were up there. And I thought it was a solo record, but as we toured, it was rapidly becoming whatever Giant Sand has ever been, a collection of friends and people you can count on and willing to go the distance for the experimental mile.
But was going to Denmark back then, was that a leap of faith? A jump away from something you wanted to leave behind?
It's a process of elimination, getting rid of the things that weren't working, which is kind of how I've done anything. I'm not a big planner. I don't believe in planning.
Do you still spend much time there?
We spent summers there for the last decade when the kids are out of school. And then with the advent of this bigger band happening, it was all these new guys from town, from Tucson playing, and it felt really good to feel that old vibe again and for it to feel more than just home, but inspiring.
But when did Tucson become to feel as home again?
I would say in the last year or so. I mean, it's been home, but it's been a kind of place like any home where you're not, you deal with the routine of home and taking the kids to school and doing what you have to do, and it's a good place to hang your hat. It's always been that. But it didn't seem as fulfilling as it did when I was younger, like before the late 90s. So, and now again, it became that more so than ever. And it was a great relief to feel it, feel that good about the place and hang out with these new young players. And that's why I called the album Tucson as a point in time now to pay homage to a place I've lived for 40 years.
So there's a direct connection between the music going well, you meeting new interesting musicians, and feeling at home in your own town.
Yeah, that. And then setting all the things that happened on that record or just simply set in that town, the rock opera, because it's where we live. It could have been set anywhere, but I didn't live anywhere. I lived there. So